me trying to get my brakes done and getting ripped off as a woman.
All right, I cannot speak for the shop, wasn't there, but I will show you using their labor rate and a breakdown of labor and parts what it would cost, in my opinion. So I believe you said their labor rate was $148 per hour. If you're just doing pads, $148. If you're going to change the rotors, $74 more for another half hour. And this is on just a basic sedan. This isn't doing any kind of where you have to put it in a maintenance mode, get into all kind of stuff. This is just a basic brake job, okay? 1 hour if you're doing a resurface, if they're thick enough to do a resurface, okay? Most are going to charge maybe a little bit more than that, but for the sake of argument, let's go with this. Pads, yes, we're going to upcharge on parts. If you go to a restaurant, they're going to upcharge you for the food that they buy. They buy it at wholesale so that they can make money to do business. Same thing here. If you call out a plumber, you're going to pay more than go into AutoZone. I cannot sell you at cost and expect to cover my overhead, stay in business, and be successful to be here for the years to come. It just won't happen. So yes, we're going to upcharge our parts. So $50 sets of pads, probably going to cost you $75. Rotors, probably going to cost you $100 each, maybe a little more. But for easy math, let's use that. Pad slap. Nobody recommends a pad slap. If it's budget only that we're focused on and we have to do a pad slap, I get it. And we'll go with that, right? $223 because you're looking at an hour of labor plus the pads. A resurface plus pads. If the rotors are thick enough that they can be resurfaced, and that shop even offers that. Most don't. We do, but we don't always do it. Depends on what you find. You have to measure the rotors to see. But if we can do a resurface plus your pads, you're still looking at an hour and a half of labor plus your pads for $371. Rotors plus pads, which is what most shops are going to offer because we have no idea what condition your brakes are in. I'm assuming that they were recommending rotors and pads. You're looking at $497 because you're looking at 1 hour and a half plus pads plus rotors, $497. Most shops charge a diagnostic fee. Ours is $100. Guess what? $597. Now, our labor rate for brakes is different, so ours is not as high as theirs. My labor rate is very similar to that for our normal run-of-the-mill work, but our brake work is typically going to be a lot cheaper than that. So I don't think that's too far out of the question as far as what they quoted you. If it was a quote for pads, rotors, full labor, plus diagnostic time to tell you what you needed on the rear. If you want a shop that's going to stand behind their work, parts, and labor, and they're going to make sure that you're actually getting a professional job that they're going to stand behind, it's going to cost. It will not be, it won't be cheap. So I am not the cheapest shop in town. We're on average as far as our labor prices. We don't want to be the cheapest. I want to employ the best and be the best. That is my goal. So therefore, I have to charge appropriately. There's a lot of upgrades that we've been doing throughout the years here since we've purchased, but a ton more to go. And to be able to pay mechanics to be here that are professional, that are good, we've got to pay well. There's a ton of overhead. Insurance is over $25,000 a year, and I haven't even got into workers' comp or taxes. That's just to insure the place. So it's a lot goes into it. So yeah, I don't see that that's too far out of the question as far as the $597. Would I be cheaper? Yes. Is it out of the question for a set of rear brakes? Not if you do the math according to their labor rate.